What is up, guys? Dashing here, bringing you episode 569 of Community Universe Mode edition at number 152 of Friday Night Genesis, live from Bloomington, Illinois, for a stacked card from top to bottom. As always, just a couple of weeks away from validation, guys. March 4th is the date. Mark it on your calendars, because it is without a doubt the biggest show in CMV history, the Battle of the Brands. But even before we get there, don't forget that next Sunday is NGW's next special event, Fast Track, featuring the Women's Magnificent Six ladder match and a 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal. But just look at how we're starting things off right here, right now. The World Tag Team titles are on the line as the Street Gods, who won that four-corner tornado tag team match last week, challenged Reese Ortiz and Josh Wolf in their first defense. And this is only our first of two title matches tonight, guys, because you don't have to clean your ears. You are about to hear me right. Pierre Thompson, the big dog, is back, and he has been named as Pat LaFave's next challenger. That is our main event. Thompson, LaFave for the Alpha World Championship. We already had one huge shocker earlier this week on Fusion when Andrew Riggs finally broke that glass ceiling by forcing Jacob Ziegler to tap out and become the new undisputed champion. Will the big dog reclaim his yard here on Genesis number 152? We find out a little bit later on. Along with that, we've got international champion Matt Devious in action, going toe-to-toe with Sam Valentine in an 8-man tag team match a little bit later on. Going to have Click, who will represent Genesis at Validation in the 8-man, elimination tag team match against Fusion, preparing themselves as they tangle with the ATL and Power and Glory. But let's not waste any more time. I'm super looking forward to this one, guys. These two teams tore the house down back in Tokyo, Japan for the 4th annual Tag Team Cup. Absolute war they put each other through. But it was obviously Ortiz and Wolf who made it through to the finals, winning the cup, and then on that same night becoming tag team champions, dethroning the ATL. Anthony Brown and his cousin Curtis Heist are former unmatched tag team champions. They've been a team for nearly 2 years now. They've certainly got the advantage in terms of experience, whereas Ortiz and Wolf are former arch enemies, let's say, that's just easier, and have only been a team for, well, a little over a month. And keep in mind that the winners of this match will represent Genesis in the tag team triple threat ladder match at Validation against the NGW tag team champions and the Fusion tag team champions. Anthony Brown, also a former television champion. But do they have what it takes, guys, to break through the rebellion? The two men who have, well, been instrumental in Pat LaFave's downfall. The only thing left of Pat's regime at this point is, well, him, his Alpha World title, and Braxton Sutter. It might all, once and for all, come toppling down completely if Pierre Thompson shuts the mouth of the Big Daddy in our main event. Reese Ortiz is still stinging from that loss and post-match attack at the hands of Matt Devious last week. Luckily, Josh Wolf was able to scare the antagonist off before some serious damage could have been done. Anthony Brown and Curtis Heist, the challengers. Been nearly a year since they held Tag Team Championship gold. Back in Tokyo, though, Ortiz and Wolf had their number. Will they have it again? Ortiz and Wolf extremely accomplished as singles competitors. Reese Ortiz, the 4th annual Cyborg Invitation winner, a former Trios champion as well. Josh Wolf, the inaugural, a 2-time Rising Star champion and a former Alpha World Champion, main evented and won Ascendant 6. And as a team, they are stone cold. Jeez, no emotions. Will we see Air Anthony? We saw a colossal one last week when he pinned Joey Bacon with it. Anthony Brown and Reese Ortiz going to start things off. And guys, the Street Gods are hyped. They busted their asses off to get back to this situation with the gold on the line. Oh, Codebreaker right out of the gate, and that is not an excellent way for things to start off if you're Reese Ortiz. A couple elbows to the jaw, though. Gonna, collar and elbow tie upside the headlock by Reese Ortiz. I don't think Brown is gonna have much luck trying to out-wrestle Ortiz here. There you go, takes him down to the ground. Now Brown is trapped. Irish whip into the corner early on. Things looking good for the Street Gods. Ricochets out of the corner. Ooh, nice face buster out of the fireman's carry there. European uppercut creates only a little bit of distance, but it's enough for Brown to Irish whip Ortiz into the corner. Early tag, and to bring in Curtis Heist, guys, and the challengers to try and become the new World Tag Team Champions. Ooh, may have just shattered the quad of Reese Ortiz with that stomp, guys. Reese Ortiz, though, hot tag already. That is not a good sign for the champions, but here comes Josh Wolf, who hasn't been in action since his devastating loss to George King at Exodus. Trying to throw that hot fire at big old Heist. Believe it or not, a former light heavyweight championship contender out of the electric chair. And anyway, German suplex clothesline, though, for Wolf. And another one of those knees. Reese Ortiz getting back to his feet ringside. Back body drop. World Tag Team titles going into this season were held by the ATL. ATL dropped them to Ortiz and Wolf in Tokyo. Well, the Street Gods come only the 3rd title holders this season. Another tag to Anthony Brown. This is what I was talking about during the entrances. The Street Gods going to have that definitive experience advantage. Assisted diving Meteora. That is patented Anthony Brown. Only gets a 1 count, though, on Josh Dragon Screw for his troubles. Wolf not done just yet. Oh my God, super kick. Wolf in La La Land, but that ain't enough. A straightjacket German right after. How Wolf is back to his feet already, I do not know. That is the resiliency of the former Alpha World Champion, who now leads Anthony up against the ropes. Irish whip. Ooh. Knee to the midsection. And again, yeah, that's exactly what we need to start seeing from Ortiz and Wolf, is more teamwork. Tag to Reese Ortiz after the Russian leg sweep. Dodges the grapple attempt, targeting that quad again, guys. Wow, what a reversal by Reese Ortiz, though, as Brown was going to try for a Hurricane Rana, I'm assuming. Sit out powerbomb instead. Snap elbow drop to the chest. Gonna send him onto his back. Did he just stomp on his dick? Gotta be careful, although Ortiz and Wolf can retain on a disqualification via their champion's advantage, so. Look at this joint manipulation by Ortiz. Gonna roll through. Reese has had not a great month. Being pinned by Pat LaFave inside of the Hell in a Cell at Exodus last week by Matt Devious. This is really must win for Ortiz, who hit his super kick. A gouge in the eyes, kind of a little bit of the old Reese Ortiz peeking through there. Kick to the shin. Anthony Brown doing a good job of staying on the target that he's created, that left leg of Reese. Wait a minute, guys. Anthony Brown gonna take a page out of the Bloody Brits book, I think, right here. Gonna go for that drive-by kick. Double boots to the temple. Anthony Brown gonna take a quick breather, though. He should be getting back into that ring and trying for a pin. He does. Did he waste too much time, though? Will we have new World Tag Team Champions? No, Josh Wolf, even before the count of one, gonna break up the pin there. But Brown not slowing down to the top rope he goes. Is he perhaps looking for Air Anthony Brown magic? I think he might, guys. Ortiz is in big trouble. No, a diving meteor instead, still devastating. Maybe looking for his vintage cutter. Ortiz isn't having it. Oh my God, that kick. And a knee right to the midsection, guys. Brown is out like a light. I think he may have taken half a Zan. Look at these stomps to the open hand. There's so many little bones in your hands that could be easily broken. Ortiz smart to make a tag here to Josh Wolf, who's been resting for a good 5+ minutes. Up over the shoulders. Going for a single knee gutbuster, reverse DDT though. Anthony Brown strikes a pose. The fans are behind him. I think the CMV universe is split right down the middle, but they are no doubt in the corner of Street Gods right now. Whoa! Remember, this isn't just for the World Tag Team titles. This is to make it the validation what is being called the biggest show in CMV history. Josh Wolf, the reverse DDT. Just as Brown was getting going, Josh Wolf gonna shut him down. Big old punch, and here comes that DDT. He tried for that earlier, but it got countered. Not this time. And Wolf gonna go for a submission. Looks like he's gonna lock in a lasso from El Paso. A cloverleaf, you could call it as well. Will Anthony Brown be forced to tap out, guys? Will the champions retain? No. Brown gets free, but was the damage done? You see Anthony grabbing at his lower back. Oh, the jaws! I haven't seen that in a while. One. Oh, but only a 1 count as Curtis Heiss was able to make the save. You see Josh Wolf saying it's 9-9 time as Ortiz dispatches of Curtis Heiss, guys. Rolling neck snap, but Anthony Brown not going to quit so easily. Another diving Meteora. Anthony Brown, wait a minute, taking off the top turnbuckle? I guess you gotta do what you gotta do in a match like this. Face first off the knee, and Brown going to the top rope. Josh Wolf desperately trying to make it over to tag in, and he does! Just in the nick of time, evading Anthony Brown. Now here comes Reese, clothesline from behind, ducks it, does Brown, drop toe hold. Drop toe hold by Reese, showing him how it's done. Hello, the kick from Reese Ortiz to retain. 1, 2, 3. Josh Wolf and Reese Ortiz are still the World Tag Team Champions. One risk from Brown led to the downfall of the Street Gods. What a way to kick off Genesis. But it is just not the time or place for the Street Gods. Anthony Brown missing an elbow drop from the top rope. Allowed Reese Ortiz to connect with the Helluva kick. I would say these two survived by the skin of their teeth tonight, though. And now they are locked into representing Genesis at Validation. The Rebellion stands firm in this challenge here tonight. So now we know that representing Fusion will be Bastian, Harvey, and Stefan Hastings. We don't know as of yet, though, who will be fighting for NGW, because next Sunday at Fast Track, the Misfits will be defending their tag team titles, guys. However, next week, a debut coming our way as Chevio going to take on the former undisputed champion, Reese Matthews. Reese Matthews last week had a run-in with newcomer Doug Thompson. Actually ended up coming out after Thompson's debut victory over Mike Miles and laying him out with a total package pile driver. That's only after Doug had put him down with the stamp of approval, though. Reese Matthews going to have to take a backseat, though, when it comes to Validation. His best friend and tag team partner, Sam Valentine, we now know will be facing Bannon, representing Fusion, to crown the first ever openweight champion. And hasn't been the greatest of seasons for the total package. Desperate to get things back on track. But the man who calls himself the Native Arrow, not looking to let that happen tonight, at least. Chevio, only the second ever Native American to compete in CMV. And I'm certainly excited to see what this young kid can bring to the table. Oh, is he? I'm half Native American too, you know. That's not even a lie either. So I guess he's really the third. Even though I don't compete. Not till Ascendant 7 anyway. Ted Dickens, you son of a gun. And the former undisputed champion, much like with Doug Thompson last week, has taken exception with all these youngins coming in and, well, blowing it right by him. I think I honestly agree with Reese Matthews on this occasion. He is a former undisputed champion. We need to start showing him some respect. Well, Doug Thompson got first-hand knowledge what Reese is capable of last week. Now it is Chevio's turn. The Native Arrow and the total package tearing it up in our second match of the night. Referee James going to ring that bell as Chevio blasted out of the corner with a kitchen sink. Bad way to begin for old Matthews here. Irish whip, though. Tries to swing for the fences with a double axe. It'll completely miss, though. Into a front headlock. Just going to let go, making him smell his armpit. Pendulum backbreaker. Reese showed some athleticism by flipping out of it. Now goes behind. Reverse DDT down on the knee, and then a neck breaker. Reese Matthews circling, thinking of his next move. Going to use those dirty heel tactics, gouging at the eyes of the rookie. Going after the arm now. Trying to break it in half over the knee. Jeez, Reese. I mean, you don't got to try to kill the kid. Whoa, big old slap. Chevio, I think, is lucky that Reese missed there. Nice counter. Reese Matthews draped over the second rope as Chevio with a rope-assisted knee. Kick to the back. And another. Worked so well the first time. Maybe a third. Well, there it is. And a straitjacket set up. Chevio early on wanting to bring things to a slower pace. Letting us know that he's not a stupid man, doesn't want to rush into anything in his debut here, especially against someone the caliber of Reese Matthews. Watch out, referee James. Irish whip, drop down. Back elbow on the rebound, rejected by the total package. Irish whip into the corner instead from behind. Enzu lariat. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Wait a minute, where is he? That's Doug Thompson's music, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Reese, behind you. The stamp of approval. And Doug Thompson getting the hell out of there before referee James could see what was going on. 1, 2, no, but it only is enough for a 2 count. Chevio can't believe it. I think he just tried to pin out of instinct. Doug Thompson letting it, whoa, look at Reese! Small package out of thin air. Only a 1 count. Doug Thompson letting it be known that his beef with Matthews is far from over. Reverse STO out of that vertical suplex setup. Matthews with some serious resiliency to be able to survive that pin. Now going to the top rope. Thompson disappearing as fast as he showed up. What is Reese going for here? Oh, elbow stamp to the top of the dome. 1. Even after the assist there from Doug Thompson, Chevio having a tough time getting an edge over the former undisputed champion of the kitchen sink. Chevio going for an eye rake. Matthews knows all about those dirty tricks, though. Knee to the top of the head to counter that vertical suplex. Go behind, single knee gutbuster. The damage was certainly done. The Native Arrows just trying to capitalize off of it for a big debut win. Reese's face getting rearranged with that fireman's carry. Knee to the face. Northern Lights suplex now, but only produces a 1 count for the young up-and-comer who is seeking to finish things off. I don't know what he was trying for, but I know what Reese is going for. Total package pile driver. Into the pin, and good night, Chevio. Welcome to Genesis. No! The Native Arrow kicking out. Oh, but the cartwheel from Reese Matthews. I'll tell you this much. Matthews does the best cartwheel that I have ever seen. And there's a gut-wrench suplex. Stop to the base of the skull. Chevio. What is this, like an inverted surfboard stretch or something. Trip up. Chevio certainly showing his heart in this match. Crucifix driver. Pin to follow through. 1, 2. Neither one of these guys will stay down, though. You might forget already that Doug Thompson came down here and hit Reese with a stamp of approval. Look at this, reversal after reversal now. Back and forth they go. Elbow deflected. Takedown. Chevio going after the ankle. Matthews writhing in agony as he's unable to find a way out of that one. Chevio going to continue the attack. The opposite leg now. Oh, the knee. Just about popping out of its socket there. Whoa! Rolling knee bar! Rolling knee bar by Chevio! Reese Matthews in big trouble! Will he tap? Able to get free. Vintage slap. Another one. Gets shut down by Chevio. They're just throwing hands now. Reese Matthews with another total package pile driver. Hooks the leg. Uno, dos, tres. Reese Matthews is victorious. Hell of an effort by Chevio in his debut. Reese coming out here with that Morton golden shovel. I guess Doug Thompson's attempts to make Matthews lose this match were thwarted. Here's what did it, a second total. Oh, okay. That was a random replay. Chevio just nearly knocking over the camera guys who rolled out of the ring. The former undisputed champion looking to start his comeback tour right here tonight with that win. I do still retweets by the Maury. By the way, Maury, I should say. As our third match of the night, guys, going to see Joe Dirt of the Kingdom with Max Ryder and George King backing him up. Go one-on-one with the Outcast, Brett Angel. It has not been a good month for Brett Angel either. We were talking about Reese Ortiz earlier. I mean, Angel lost his international title at Exodus to Matt Devious and then tapped out to Kevin Silva last week. And on top of that, getting into a war with the Kingdom that resulted in him being laid out ringside by George King himself last week. Things continued at the top of tonight's show where George King certainly struck a nerve, saying, Brett Angel, I just think you're jealous of the Kingdom. You're jealous because we've been a team. We've been brothers for, 3 years? Meanwhile, every team you've ever been in has dissolved, has been destroyed by your own hands. Halo, Brule. And you just can't stand to watch us flourish as a unit. And we saw that. Angel physically, emotionally, just reacting to that statement, simply left the ring and headed to the back to prepare for this matchup right here. Still to come, Click prepare for their validation battle against Team Fusion by lining up the ATL and Power and Glory for an 8-man tag. And in our main event, the big dog Pierre Thompson is back, challenging Pat LaFave for the Alpha World Championship. Will it be a week of shockers? Fusion Andrew Briggs crowned the new undisputed champion. On NGW, we nearly had a new NGW champion, but TC Mass was able to battle back Brett Curtis. That is a match I wouldn't mind seeing. We know the main event of Validation will be the champion of champions triple threat. Andrew Briggs locked in. TZ Mass still has a defense at Fast Track next Sunday, but the winner of Thompson LaFave in tonight's main event will represent the Friday Night brand. Imagine that match. Briggs, Mass, and Thompson. George King says he wasn't just the king of NGW. He wasn't just the king of Unmatched. He's not just the king of Genesis. He's the king of CMV. It is one of his soldiers in the form of Joe Dirt that's going to tangle with Angel tonight, while Ryder and King take a back seat. A little bit late there, Soul, but yeah, you did. The last ever Unmatched tag team champions. George King has big ambitions. He sees himself one day having the Alpha World title while his Knights claim the tag team championships. This is certainly going to be a colossal test for Dirt. He's never been in this kind of situation, going just one-on-one with someone the likes of the Outcast. I'd wear George King's logo on my crotch. Brett Angel, a multi-time Unmatched world champion, a former international champion, says one day he'll get back to the international title. It's not going anywhere. For now, Angel, in his own words, saying he's got some scores to settle. And I guess one of them is with the Kingdom. Guys, there is a lot on the way here in CMV these next few months. Not only do we have Fast Track next Sunday, not only Validation in 3 weeks, March 4th, but the King of the Ring returns for the Genesis brand, and the qualifiers will start happening on next week's show. Andrew Briggs, the last King of the Ring, he's now world champion. Who will take the mantle? I'm excited to see who's going to make it to the final 8. The tournament itself will take place in a couple of months, but also the next Genesis exclusive pay-per-view, the 4th annual Cyber Slam, guys, where the power is in the hands of the fans. Every single match going to be voted on. One of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. No more lean, unfortunately, Gumble. Brett Angel is a changed man. We heard him say a few weeks ago he wants to leave the past in the past and try to make a new future for himself. But, well, there's always people coming at him, talking about his departed wife and his failures. Brett Angel, wow! Tries for it. Did you see Angel's reaction? Like, what? That discus lariat hardly had an effect on Joe Dirt. Look at Max Ryder. That's a good friend. Look at how hard he's cheering on his partner. Now saying a prayer as Angel tries to take control. Into the corner. Oh, stopped though by Brett with a couple of elbows to that midsection. Is Wild Card at Genesis pay-per-view this year? I think it might be. I don't know. I'd have to check the calendar list. I think it is. Look at this. Pendulum backward maybe. Ooh, how about a knee to the face instead? That's going to rock Dirt. Angel going to nail him with that double axe handle. Like a discus double axe handle even. A big boot. Angel ain't playing around. Joe Dirt wants to throw around his power. Brett's going to reciprocate. Here comes Max Ryder. Can't say I'm too surprised about this. I mean, I don't know what I ever did to the Kingdom, but they have been coming after me pretty hard these past couple weeks. I mean, last week they literally physically assaulted me. George King threw out some verbal insults earlier tonight. Look at Max Ryder, guys. What's he digging under that ring for? Steel chair thrown under that bottom rope. I don't know how referee James doesn't see it. Uh-oh, Joe Dirt, guys. Brett Angel over his shoulders. Yeah, Angel knowing full well he didn't want to go for that ride. Another big boot. Steel chair just sitting there ominously. Look at Brett go. There we go. Oh, Angel, guys. Slingshot senton. Oh, but it gets reversed. Able to slither out of the way is Joe Dirt. You're not going to see Brett Angel too often going to the top rope or springboarding. He's the furthest thing from a high flyer, but that slingshot senton of his, he's been working on all season long, trying to expand his craft. Michinoku driver, not even a 1 count though. Joe Dirt seems a bit miffed about that. Thrown overhead with the fireman's carry. George King not all that impressed, it looks like. Oh, toppling the Giant with that jawbreaker. Come on. All right, referee James. I know the Kingdom is an intimidating force, but there comes a point where enough's got to be enough. Able to capitalize off the distraction with a Northern Lights suplex. Kick to the shoulder, moves out of the way. Punch to the back of the head. Another one, a third one. And clothesline out of the ring. Have a nice trip. See you next fall, Brett Angel. And look at Joe Dirt now just mocking Brett Angel, telling him, get up, boy. That all you got? And look at Brett with that quickness, able to evade Dirt. He gets back into the ring, turns around, throws a big old punch. Off the ropes goes Brett, a third big boot in this match. Double axe handle to the grounded Dirt. And shucky-ducky, quack, quack, dropping the leg right there. Brett Angel's got some serious moves. I'd like to see him on a dance floor. Is that my way of asking Brett Angel out on a date? Maybe. I don't think I'm Angel's type, though, unfortunately. Joe Dirt rolling neck snap to one of the most decorated superstars in all of CMV's history. Vertical suplex stalled, though. Brett turns it into one of his own. The 4th time already that Max Ryder has gotten involved. Brett Angel is falling into the same trap that Kevin Silva and Surreal laid for him last week that ended up costing him. Wrestling takedown by Joe Dirt. Brett Angel, yeah, Joe Dirt's like, enough of that big boot. Up against the ropes. Whoa, slingshot sit-out powerbomb. Shades of Bison. Followed closely by a leg drop, and Joe Dirt is liking the way this match is going for him at the moment. Lateral press. 1. That time he took Taunton, though. Might be what costed him there. What was that, Gumbo? What was that call I had on Batman's NGW? I don't remember his name. I bet you do, though. Well, Joe Dirt. I don't think I've ever seen someone get up so quickly after getting hit with a move. Just completely no-sold that reverse DDT. Now a teardrop. Oh, yeah, Odio Jr. Never forget. Hands on his hips. Joe Dirt now seems to be frustrated as Brett Angel lifts himself up using the ropes. I don't know what Dirt expected. You're in the ring with Brett Angel. Knee to the midsection. We've seen this before from Joe Dirt. Falcon Arrow. Such impact that it nearly knocked referee James over. 1, 2. Will the unlucky streak of Brett Angel continue? No. to bring Brett Angel up by the head of his hair. A hair on his head, I should say. Slingshot senton gets evaded a second time, guys. Maybe Brett has to start thinking of something else to try and win this match. Joe Dirt, another rolling neck snap. The neck is one of the most easily injured parts of the body, and it's also, you could say, the worst injury to have. It could end your career, that and a back injury. Look at this trio of power bombs. Chris Andrews frothing at the mouth after seeing that. Only a 2 count. Joe Dirt, hands on his head, I should say. And now finger on the trigger to try and finish off Brett Angel. But the Outcast reverses, tries to go low. Joe Dirt with a clubbing blow to the back. Irish whip, rebounds. Ooh, and Brett getting a taste of his own medicine with that big boot to the chest. 1, 2. Referee James, guys, being forced to check on Brett Angel here. After his loss to Silva last week, the attack at the hands of the Kingdom. Brett Angel surely isn't at 100%. George King unhappy. This match isn't over already. Stomp to the bicep. I think Dirt came out here tonight specifically trying to injure that neck. A third rolling neck snap. Dirt is getting tired. As a bigger man, your cardio is not going to be as good as someone the size of Brett Angel. Look at Max Ryder, man. You got to be kidding me. And Brett Angel is at fault here, too. He's a veteran. He shouldn't be falling for this kind of stuff. And James as well. Do your job, man. Hey, yo, what up, Kylo? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Genesis number 152. Our third match of the night. Still a lot to get to. Up next, Matt Devious goes one-on-one with Sam Valentine as Brett Angel has eyes to put Dirt down for good with the blackest night. And now James getting distracted by Max Ryder. Oh, but Brett Angel says, all right, fam, I got you. I got you. Another blackest night countered, though, by Joe Dirt. And now it is Dirt who's sent down to the outside as Brett Angel shuffling a little bit. Dirt off his shoulder. Brett Angel now playing the part of Dirt from earlier in the match, just mocking the member of the Kingdom, telling him, get back in here if you got what it takes, rookie. Now battling ringside. Back into the ring, Angel ain't having any of it. Gonna try to catch Dirt. What is this? Torture rack bomb. Just sends him down to the mat. Like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Dragged by the arm, takes the hand and just snaps it off the canvas. And a second rendition of the Falcon Arrow. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. I thought Joe Dirt nearly had it there, guys. This might be the biggest win in Dirt's career if he manages to pin Brett Angel, and that's what he's looking to do right here. He tried for this earlier, but Angel countered it, and he reverses again. What's this now? Oh, forearm smash. Look at George King getting in the faces of the CMV universe there in the front row, who are cheering Angel on. What up, Ogon? You're just in time. Matt Devious in action next. What a match this has been so far, though. Dirt proving himself a capable singles competitor. A lot of assists from Max Ryder at ringside, though. Surprisingly, George King has kept his hands clean. Oh, they say the third time's the charm. Will it be for Brett Angel? He doesn't even try it. Wow. He thought about it. Maybe going for Vintage Angel. Guys, a third Falcon Arrow. Angel takes it with a pinch of salt, though. European uppercut on his way back up. Blackest Night! Blackest Night coming out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Brett Angel just like that. Puts an end to his losing streak. Brett Angel getting a point over the Kingdom, though it was no easy task. Where's Twisted Cheese? George King in no good mood after this result, but Brett Angel sure is. Still a good and plenty to get into, though, my fine feathered friends, as the international champion Matt Devious looks to continue his path of destruction this season, preparing to step into the Elimination Chamber for the second time in his career. In just a few weeks at Validation, replacing the injured Bloody Brit. But tonight, the Dream Sam Valentine with his helpful hose in tow, also preparing for his big Validation match where he takes on Fusion's Bannon to crown the inaugural Openweight champion. Devious dethroning Brett Angel back at Exodus last week destroyed Reese Ortiz. There's no question that the villain is in the best shape of his career and perhaps is as dangerous as ever before. We only know them, Borton, as Helpful Ho 1 and Helpful Ho 2. Sam Valentine bringing them in from his latest club ventures, nightclub ventures. The former light heavyweight champion, looking to maybe get himself a future international championship match too. It has been a phenomenal season for Matt Devious, but in just a few weeks, he steps into the very structure that nearly ended his career. Remember, at the end of last season, Anarchy Rules, it came down to him and Paul Devine inside of the chamber, and Devine literally broke Matt Devious's knee in order to finally defeat him. But if you ask me, and if you ask Devious himself, he came back 10 times stronger, and you need evidence? Look around his waist right there. He's the new international champion. I didn't think someone like Devious could get meaner. Surprisingly, we saw him kind of congratulate Andrew Briggs in his own way on Twitter after Briggs' championship win earlier this week on Fusion, saying, "You didn't prove to be a huge waste of my time, at least." Quite the clash of personalities between these two. But don't let Sam Valentine fool ya. The CMV veteran. Once he steps in that ring, is one of the best to do it. Oh, watch out. Don't burn the helpful hose now. Sam Valentine's BFF and tag team partner Reese Matthews was successful earlier tonight in his match over the debuting Chevio. Wow, that momentum ahead of Validation, both these guys eager to grab the W. One of the helpful hoes passing Valentine his water bottle. You need to stay hydrated, all right? The Dream just a few weeks away from reigniting his old rivalry with Bannon to perhaps go down in the history books as the inaugural openweight champion, but can't afford to look past Matt Devious. Referee rings that bell. The international champion have eyes in the back of his head. Those helpful hoes, well, they're called that for a reason. Cross-arm neckbreaker straight out the gate, though. Hell of a way to start things off. Now Devious going to go with a knee to the back of the head. What to expect from him. So full of himself. I don't know if there's another person on this planet at the moment that's just patting themselves on the back more than Matt Devious. And with good reason, to be fair. I guess Matt Devious is entitled to be a bit cocky right now. He's at the top of the CMV rankings. A lot of people hailing Devious as a future world champion. And inside of that elimination chamber, remember, the winner gets a world title match as Devious just throws Valentine out of the ring, almost as if to say, you're not worthy to be in here with me. Deflects the grapple, Valentine right back into the ring. Even though the count out is 20 now, ain't playing that ish. Ooh, Devious. Knee right to the face. Ties up the legs, kick to the ribs, and then just pulling back on the arms. That move just targets, I think, every single part of the body. Tries for a pin. Only gets a 1 count. Devious here. I don't know exactly what he's saying to Sam Valentine. I don't assume it's anything nice, though. Look at that. Putting his fingers in Valentine's nostrils. Then a stomp to the back of the head, man. Come on. Dastardly. Figure 4 head scissors by the international champion. Gonna throw Valentine overhead. Just bullying him. I mean, what does this accomplish, really? Show off. Valentine cannot get out of this, though. Devious forced to let him go. As he tries for another pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Irish whip. That is not a place you want to be when you're against Sam Valentine. Luckily only went for a clothesline. Ooh, look at this. The Dream giving Matt Devious a bit of his own tactics. Showing him how it's done. Cranking that neck. Sam Valentine gassed already. When you're in that ring with Matt Devious, your cardio had better be on point. The hero killer with a wheel kick, chopping down the former light heavyweight champion, who comes back strong with a jawbreaker. Closes the distance and attempted kick to the midsection reverse, though. Another wheel kick. Goes low. Devious has been known to finish off opponents with that air raid siren neckbreaker, but apparently not. Valentine says, come on! Ooh, boot to the side of the head and another wheel kick. Playing with his food, Devious on the hunt to claim yet another victim, the Vertebreaker. And the Helpful Hose can't stand to watch. 1, 2, whoa, wait a minute! Helpful Hose 1 just pulled referee James out of the ring. Now Matt Devious gonna try for those dirty heel tactics, but referee James is still arguing with the Helpful Hose. International champion, not happy. He had the match won right there. Look at Valentine go. Oh, geez, Devious unceremoniously thrown to the outside. Cannonball senton. The fans chanting, this is awesome. It certainly is. You never know what to expect from Sam Valentine. Oof. Yeah, Ho 1 and Ho 2 better keep their distance after what they just did to Devious. I wouldn't put it past Devious to put his hands on a woman. This man does not care about anyone or anything. If you're in his way, he's going to mow you over. Kick to the midsection reverse, though. Valentine back in the ring. A long count away, though, from winning. Ooh, hot shot. Sam Valentine on spaghetti legs. Coming up from behind. Irish whip into the corner. Devious charges. High knee to the chest. Slinking down into the corner. Watch the 5 count there, guys. Matt Devious could be disqualified. Got to the count of 4. Sam trying for his military press. Devious too quick for him, though. Brings him into a front headlock. Now a kick to the gut. Going for that cross-arm neckbreaker again. That's how he started the match. Will that be how he ends it? Another incarnation of that air raid siren neckbreaker. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Sam Valentine hardly able to get his shoulder up off the canvas. Valentine takes a deep breath. Jawbreaker, this could be his last opportunity. Maybe going for the test drive. Oh, mama! Bicycle knee. And Valentine is out like a light. Matt Devious continues his impressive streak. A valiant effort by Valentine and the Helpful Hose, but the international champion, man, has just been on another level these past couple of months. Who can stop the hero killer? There's where one of the Helpful Hose pulled out referee James, as Devious had eyes to win the match following his Vertebreaker. Match would go on a little bit longer. Valentine giving it his best shot. But a sick knee right up under the jaw sealed his fate. Matt Devious got to be an odds-on favorite to step into that chamber. He's stepping in there with Hayden, TZ Mass, Dante Tatum, Eli Robledo, and Braxton Sutter, but I think Devious has my vote, guys. Into our tertiary main event now, as Click looks to prepare for their validation match against Team Fusion, The Control and Shay Hoxton, putting together the ATL and Power and Glory. The former Fusion Tag Team Champions and 2-time World Tag Team Champions Malcolm Friday, Sean Porter, joined by Gerard Fisher and Ultridge, battling Adams, Borton, Slate, and Luger. Off their win against Braxton Sutter last week. Bob Luger approached general manager at Castle Fave and mediator Dave Turner asking to be put in charge of Team Genesis, and she reluctantly accepted. Now Click look to prove themselves. Still to come, guys, in our main event, Pierre Thompson is back. The big dog, off his 5-month hiatus, challenges Pat LaFave for the Alpha World Championship. Will we be taken to Low Blow City yet again? Or will the big dog eat? Would it make you happy if it was, Batman? Put it this way, the ATL and Power and Glory have a 50% chance of winning this match. Out of validation, not trying to talk ill of the ATL and Power and Glory, but they're going to be facing a much tougher force in the combination of the Control, Percy Simmons, Jamal Sedana, Cameron Cray, and Anarchy champion Shay Hoxton. So they really want to try to prepare themselves the best that they possibly can. The Click is only a couple of weeks back together. The ATL, a strong force, been going for just about 2 years. The former Fusion Tag Team Champions, 2-time World Tag Team Champions. The ATL haven't been seen since losing their belts a month and a half ago in Tokyo to Ortiz and Wolf. Apparently been in talks with Castle Fave about a rematch for their championships. Putting down Click here will give some validity to their argument. Deshaun Porter right there, Malcolm Fry. Now, how are these two guys going to mesh with Gerard Fisher and Ultridge is a question I'm eager to see answered. The remnants of Unmatched have virtually dissolved at this point, broken up with the war coming to an end. I mean, Pat LaFave is hanging on by a thread. All he's got is that Alpha World title and Braxton Sutter. And after tonight, he might not even have the Alpha World title. So Power and Glory are trying to etch out their path in the tag team division. These two powerhouses. Former German Special Forces Fisher and the super Frenchman Ultrich rising out of the ruins of Unmatched. We haven't seen a whole lot of them. So this is their opportunity to shine. I heard Ultrich got that medal because he saved a baguette from a tree once. Meanwhile, Gerard got all of his medals doing some less than questionable things for his government back in the day. I wonder how he feels about his former best friend and tag team partner Harvey Hastings becoming one half of the new Fusion Tag Team Champions. And the reunited Clique. I mean, in their first incarnation, I was never a big fan of these guys. But I have to admit, even I am a bit elated to have the Good Brothers side by side. Apparently Chris Adams ain't good enough to come out with the other guys, though. The Pretty Boy. A multi-time unmatched world champion. First time in action since Tokyo as well, actually, where he failed to capture the international title from Brett Angel. Soul, don't try to lie. You know you like looking at that ass right there. And the former world champions just keep on coming. Randy Orton, Xander Slate, and Bob Luger, with the mission to make Genesis great again. Return it to its former glory and take their rightful places atop the mountain. They are taking their sweet time coming out here, huh? Chris Adams just rushes out. Xander Slate's finishing putting on Borton's baby oil, all right? Give him a couple minutes, huh? Bob Luger's got some lettuce in his teeth from lunch earlier. Ah, there they are. The Clique, baby. A successful reunion last week, putting down big bracks. That was a handicap match, though. Exactly what Cass said earlier tonight. Validation, it ain't going to be 1-on-3. It's going to be 4-on-4. Luger took that to heart. He said, all right, give us a warm-up then. The two-time Alpha World Champion, Bob Luger. Two-time Undisputed Champion, Randy Orton. Former Undisputed Champion, Xander Slate. Slate and Orton, two-time World Tag Team Champions, Tag Team of the Year. Eight-man tag team match. Malcolm Fry starting off for his team against Chris Adams, who comes out swinging with a kick to the midsection. Ooh! Early cutter attempt reversed into a body block. Knee strike brought down out of the face. Don't mess with the money maker, Malcolm. Come on. T-bone suplex. Pretty Boy ain't getting it taken easy on him. Tornado DDT. Wants to make an early tag, and in comes the Moo Moo Man. Milkamania returning to Friday Night Genesis. Ooh, Bob Luger trying to slap Malcolm Fry's ass right there. Sexual harassment lawsuit incoming. Irish whip into the corner, but Malcolm's ready for him with that Uranagi. Malcolm Fry getting an assist from Gerard Fisher there, but Orton still able to fight his way out of the corner. Just put right back in it. And again. Orton reverses the momentum, tries to go for Deshaun Porter. I don't know why. Deshaun said something about Orton's milk. Gerard Fisher tagging himself in, and here comes the OG Dirty Heel, maybe the show, Xander Slate. Clothesline turned into a big boot by Fisher. Will we see a nuke dropped on Clique tonight? Back elbow, Irish whip, or I should say a snapmare, my bad, out of the corner. And ooh, nice European uppercut to the back of the head from that second rope. Elbow to the ribs, gonna suck the air right up out of Xander. Both men jockeying for control in the collar and elbows. Xander Slate gets the better of Gerard in the exchange. Clothesline that he was looking for a few minutes ago. And now the gouge of the eyes. I don't think Xander Slate cares. He has to pull out a goddamn eyeball. He will. Xander Slate looking at Chris Adams like, you like that? Knee to the kidneys. Stomp to the back of the head. No doubt that Click are going to enjoy that chemistry between each other. Whereas the ATL and Power and Glory gonna have to keep an eye on each other. This match might already be over. Xander from the corner. Swinging knee strike. Likes to follow it up with the TKO. 1%er. That's not enough though. Xander ain't content, it would seem. Irish over to the corner. Oh, he's gonna go for it? No, just getting a look at Gerard's beautiful blonde hair. Now the tag to Morton. Flying Milkman. Vertical suplex takedown. Gerard Fisher desperately needs to make a tag, and he does. Here comes Deshaun and Porter. Both men missed their intended strikes. Into a front headlock here. Scoop slam. Not exactly a high angle dick grab slam, but close enough. Clothesline. Drop kick. Morton just keeps getting up. Another clothesline. Spinning soul kick. Classic Morton. With the cross-armed DDT. Dragged by arm and leg to the corner. Click. Maybe a tag to Bob Luger. Luger didn't get any action last week against Braxton Sutter. Nope, Adams instead. Maybe Luger has some sort of injury he's not sharing with the general public. Trying to heal himself up before validation, the match that really matters. Stomp to the chest. Jawbreaker though. Adams backs up a couple of feet. Why is Malcolm Fry just chilling on the outside? He's been out there for like a couple of minutes now. Rebounding drop kick evaded by the pretty boy. Kick right to the face. God damn. Wait a minute. Chris Adams with a handspring moonsault. The former multiple-time Unmatched World Champion gets only a 1 count. Now into a head scissors. Deshaun Porter doesn't want to stick around. Too much baby oil. Able to slip free. Oh, referee James nearly taking a bump drop kick. Adams just about got his face blasted off there. In the corner, another one. Adams says no thank you. Ooh, and the inverted overdrive. Deshaun, out of instinct, looks to make a tag. He knows he's in trouble, but I think Adams has intentions of trying for the snapshot, but an assist from Gerard Fisher, not going to let that happen. Adams says, oh well. And that gives Porter the time he needs. Coming at Adams quick with a Hurricane Rana. Rejected. Between the legs, getting his face smashed off the mat. Irish whip to the corner. Gonna tag in Xander Slate. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute! Oh, nice! Flapjack into the cutter. Will that be enough? No, Malcolm Fry saving his friend. Here comes Borton. Trying to kick Xander's leg out from his leg. Xander needs to get out of this armbar. And he does with that third punch to the ribs. Pump handle. Ooh, Samoan drop. Deshaun and Porter going to be feeling that one in the morning, I do think. Xander Slate, not the place that he wants to be right now. Okay, Deshaun starstruck. It's not every day you're in the ring with Xander Slate. The ATL have a long-standing history, though, with Kliq. They fought multiple times over the World Tag Team titles last season. Wheelbarrow facebuster. Another pump handle Samoan drop. Deshaun finally gets the hot tag, and here comes Aldrich, who just hops into the arms of Xander Slate. Kiss me. Single knee backbreaker. And here comes the joint manipulation from the OG Dirty Heel. I think Bob Luger's going to have another easy paycheck tonight. It is a good strategy when you're in a tag team match. Keep one of your members fresh, so that if you need to tag them in when the going gets tough, they're as ready as can be. Sweep has Xander in trouble. That European uppercut. Oh, but Borton with the clutch assist. Will it matter in the end, though? Xander. Oh, wait, what? He just went for the clean slate, but it didn't fully connect. Aldrich botching the spot. And now scouting Slate from behind. Gonna go for a German suplex, not just one. Oh, turning into a, short arm clothesline, guys. I think Xander's done for. 1, 2, but no 3. Look at the strength of the Super Frenchman. Deadlift, military press. And Xander's not a small guy, he's 260 pounds, 6'4". Slade able to break free with a kick to the midsection. Another kick to the midsection. DDT. Gonna tag in Chris Adams. Stop. Oh, Aldrich does not want to be out there. Chris Adams blowing him a little kiss. Back suplex as he enters the ring. Kip up by the pretty boy. Hot tag gonna bring Malcolm Fry into the mix once again. Body block. Body block numero dos. Body block numero tres. Like running into a brick wall. Hero slam by Fry. Chris Adams down but not out. Back to the scene. European uppercut. Jumping cutter. Clothesline turns it into a stun gun. Trapped in the front headlock. Chris Adams bringing Malcolm Fry for a walk. Back to the corner. Kliq. Fry knows too well. He can't get trapped there. Oh, he tags into Sean Porter. The ATL. Forearm smash. Outmaneuvering Chris Adams. Tip for tap they go. Belly to belly suplex. Adams knocking Deshaun Porter off the apron as he slid to the outside. Kick to the face. Malcolm Fry quick enough to get out of the way. Another hero slam. Into the pin, this time 1. But Borton is the savior. Fry gonna take him out too. Look at the power of Malcolm Fry. Stalling vertical super. I heard the milkman might be done for in this match. Kliq having a tough time with the ATL and Power and Glory. They are not going to have too much fun at Validation against the Control and Shea Hoxton. This would be a devastating loss for Team Genesis. The tag to Deshaun. The maneuver that's won them 3 tag team titles. Into the pin. 1, 2, but Luger finally getting his spot in. Deshaun's just gonna try again. 1, 2. But too much time Has passed Luger, German suplex to Malcolm Fry. In the confusion, Chris Adams trying to retake control. Going for that sweet chin music. Irish whip to the corner. Click, is that such a smart idea? Wants to say what up to him. Mind games. Getting a good look at that ass. I don't blame him. Oh, Deshaun Porter. O'Connor rolled German suplex from the corner. What about Luger again? I guess he's on pin breakup duty tonight. Now going at it with Gerard Fisher. Oh, down goes Outridge. Bob Luger taking out everybody right now. Snaps the arm over the shoulder. Coming from behind, sleeper slam. Putting Porter in the corner. Oh, Chris Adams with the last dance. A little smooch goodnight. I think that might have been on the lips. The ATL have a serious sexual harassment lawsuit on their hands if they so wish to pursue that avenue. And there's the three. Gerard Fisher easily could have broken up that pin, but he decided not to. I knew there was going to be some issues between ATL and Power and Glory. Click looking ready for validation, but they are going to have a much bigger challenge on their hands against the Control and Shea Hoxton. That win right there, just too sweet. Not that too far away now, my friends, from our main event where Pierre Thompson will challenge Pat LaFave for the Alpha World Championship. But first, we find out who will be next in line to challenge Jaquan Shea for the Light Heavyweight Championship when the Boa Azrael takes on No Fun Martini. It was last week that Martini was going one-on-one with Shea at a non-title match. Azrael would come running out, attack Martini, which would give him the win via disqualification. All three of these men were a part of that phenomenal, unforgettable Fatal 5-Way ladder match at Exodus, where Shea returned following a 4-month hiatus to win the belt. And it's clear that Azrael wants to be the one to take it from him. The party policeman standing in his way, though. Blessed for that penny, by the way, Z. Shower me in your pennies. I think we're only maybe like, I don't know, 5,000 pennies away from my next Twitch payout, so keep them coming. Oh. Sound guy thought it was another click match there for a second. It is the BOA of CMV, though, the best one around. A former two-time international champion and Fusion Tag Team champion, Azrael vowed at the end of last season he will become light heavyweight champion. He's had 2 shots now so far this season, but neither one of them were one-on-one. All he's got to do is get past a former international champion as well in Martini, and he has got that shot he's been pining for. Azrael probably had the roughest time in that fatal 5-way ladder match back at Exodus. Remember the point where Martini speared him as he was hanging onto the championship down onto a ladder. Azrael earning some respect in my book for even being here today after that. The sound guy almost did it again. Constable Martini, the party policeman, no fun, whatever you want to call him. Martini's actually been building up a bit of a streak. 2 weeks in a row he's won it via disqualification. I talked to Martini earlier tonight though. He told me he's had enough of these ruckuses. Azrael attacked him last week, and that was a mistake. Seems as though the light heavyweight champion, Jaquan Shea, is going to be joining us ringside for this one. Find out firsthand who he will be defending his title against right here next week on Genesis. Referee rings the bell. Let's get it on. Meeting in the middle of the ring. Not a quick start. Both guys want to take things slow. Such a fortuitous chance on the line. Excuse me. Oof. Counters the Irish whip. Martini sent to the apron. Ooh, just nearly slipping off. Azrael's going to help with that. Punch to the face. Going to send him toppling. Count of one, Azrael gets right back into the square circle. Martini hot in pursuit. DDT, early cover, one. That is all he's going to get though. Kick to the midsection. Oof, that looked like it hurt. Seems like Jaquan might be cheering on Martini a bit here. They did have their match ruined last week. I was excited to see Martini and Shea go at it. Azrael just has such drive, though. It's something that, I mean, you got to respect. You might not like the way he goes about it. I certainly don't appreciate his attitude 90% of the time. But Azrael, he's hungry. He's got fire in his eyes, and he's willing to do whatever he has to earn those championship matches he feels like he deserves. Taking a quick breather on the outside, back in, Northern Lights suplex. Such a bend back on that. I thought he was going to, like, DDT himself. Pull that Roman Reigns. Complete shot now by Martini. That time doesn't even get a one. Martini coming from behind. Let's say Martini. Martini. Right into a lateral press after that slingshot. Elimination Chamber, one of the most talked about matches on the Validation card. In a few weeks, March 4th, you know, Martini's been inside of Elimination Chamber. Last season, he defended his international title in the Devil's Domain. Always interesting, for me at least, to talk to those guys who have stepped foot in a structure like that. And every time I do, they say it changed me. I was never the same again. Ooh, Martini might have hurt his elbow there, guys. Rammed off that top turnbuckle. Azrael going to take control with a back suplex. To the apron. This is vintage Boa. Big asshole looks to fly for the phenomenal forearm. Oh, but he misses. Martini had it well scouted. He did his homework. And now Martini won matches off this before. Single knee face breaker. 911 has been dialed. The party policeman is on scene. And Azrael's championship aspirations about to be flushed down the toilet. DDT. 1, 2, 3. No Fun Martini has earned a one-on-one match with Azrael next week for the light heavyweight championship. Azrael went out the ropes with a phenomenal form, and that was his mistake. We know what's next for Martini now, but where does Azrael go from here, guys? Yet again, he is beaten to the punch. Oh, now here we go. Main event time for Genesis number 152. The big dog, prime time. Peter Thompson is back, and he is hungry. He's looking to eat and reclaim his yard. Will he finally be the one to take the Alpha World Championship from Pat LaFave, the man who in 2 weeks has retained his Alpha World Championship in 2 different triple threats with that low blow of his. Last week, it was supposed to be just one-on-one against Top Solution, but then El Jefe cashed in his Money in the Bank halfway through to make it a triple threat. Pat LaFave would low blow El Jefe, pinning him to retain. The week before that, it was inside of Hell in a Cell at Exodus that he low blowed Reese Ortiz to pin and retain. Braxton Sutter is banned from ringside, but Pat LaFave said it himself earlier tonight. I didn't need Braxton inside the cell. I didn't need him last week. I won't need him tonight, and it doesn't matter who you send my way. And that was, of course, before he got punched in the face by Thompson, who said, I've tangled with your family before. Never with you, but I've been watching you. I know your tricks, and I ain't going to fall for them. The former international and United States champion. 5 months. He's been away, but he's back. Looking to finally win the big one. Following the shoes of Andrew Briggs from earlier this week on Fusion. There's a factor of ring rust that needs to be taken into consideration. But I think Thompson, on even his worst day, is 10 times better than Pat LaFave. This is the night that it all comes to an end. You're hearing it here. Pat LaFave will not survive the big dog. That sneaky son of a gun has met his match. Pierre Thompson ready to jam his fist down Pat's gullet. As much as I detest this man, credit where it is due. No matter how he did it, Pat LaFave, in 2 back-to-back triple threats, has retained his title. I don't think any champion could say that in CMV's history. The 3rd longest reigning Alpha World Champion in CMV history. At 60 years of age. Look at that swagger. As he struts down the ramp, his demeanor is going to turn real quick once that bell rings. Pat LaFave has used his power to manipulate and oppress and keep himself on top of everyone else. But that's over. Cass LaFave is back in control. Dave Turner's here to make sure that things don't get out of hand again. That Alpha World title is all that Pat has left. His only friend is Braxton Sutter, and that's only because Pat pays him well. But as he stands across that ring from the 250 pounds, 6'3", primetime Pierre Thompson, I think he realizes that this right here is the moment that his regime finally meets its demise. I'm seeing people all throughout the crowd wearing those Low Blow City shirts. Pat, narrow-eyed. I mean, truly, if he somehow walks out of Genesis tonight, still the champion, and main event's validation, I'm just gonna have to eat my own words. I'll have to admit, man, that Pat LaFave is a I mean, come on, you can't deny it. Is a great champion. Thompson, LaFave, referee James rings the bell. Middle of the ring. Remember the last time, guys, we saw Pierre Thompson? He mercilessly dismantled Jacob Ziegler. And then MLP tried to cash in Money in the Bank. Thompson laid him out and pretty much retained the championship for Ziegler. Before that, Thompson defeated the legend Hayden in under a minute at the grandest stage of them all. Pierre Thompson is, I mean, he's been waiting for this moment for years. He's at his peak. And he is ready to take charge. Look at this, just straight out the gate. Throwing everything at Pat. Knee to the top of the head. Off the ropes. Nope, chest bump. Over the shoulder instead. Fireman's carry set up. Yo, what up, Stiggers? Welcome to the street, my friend. The main event of Genesis number 152. And look at Thompson. He ain't taking Pat as a serious threat. And as much as I would like to say he shouldn't, that's a mistake. Trying to lift Thompson up. Pierre, though, clubbing blow to the back. Slingshot sends him into the center of the ring. Promising start from the challenger, who a second time just going to deadlift Pat up off the mat with ease. Doesn't even break a sweat. Pin. Is Pat done for? Only a 1 count. Thompson's got every single thing working in his favor. LaFave is coming off a Hell in a Cell triple threat, a war last week with Tops Newsom and El Jefe. He's not at 100%. He's 60 years old. He's been backed into a corner. He's withered, bruised. There is certainly no ring rust on Thompson. At least we're not seeing it so far. Whoa! Whoa! What? Oh, here comes the moonsault! You're only as old as you let yourself be. Whoa! Doesn't even get a 1 count off of that, though. Oh, and I think he realizes he just made a mistake, pissing the big dog off. Loop that is pressed, fists to the face. And you see what that says on the back of Peter's trunks? My time. Kick to the midsection. Thompson up against the ropes. Irish whip. He rebounds, but Thompson's waiting with a knee. Michinoku driver to win the Alpha World title. 1, 2. Arms out wide. Thompson soaking in the adoration of the CMV universe. People hated him before he took his vacation, but anybody, I think, who's put against Pat LaFave is going to be the hero. Look at this. There are so many people in the back right now, superstars, interviewers, I mean ring technicians that are on the edge of their seats, smiles on their faces, watching Pat LaFave get a can of whoop-ass opened on him right now. What is this? Whoa, all the way across the ring. Charged, and again, right back. Wow. Power. Unrivaled. Oh, going for the play of the day. Pat was ready for it, though. Waiting in the wings with that knee. Another Michinoku driver. Another pin. 1, 2. And Thompson's the one who gets gassed. But still, he says, Pat, come on, get your ass up. Yeah, Braxton's probably the only guy watching this one like, oh my God, please, Pat. Did he just reverse another play of the day, by the way? Because I think he did. Oh my God. The maneuver that he passed off to his son, Tim. The Chimeraplex from the originator. I swear, man, if Pat does this. 1. Oh, only a 1 count. Drop kick. Slips to the side. Thompson. Vertical suplex. Look at how he can't stand, though. Thompson is just giving it everything he's got. It's wearing him thin. Gouge of the eyes. Again, I don't know if trying to piss Thompson off is the right move. Deadlift, gut wrench, sit out, power bomb, and a punch right to the face. That bust had open another just for good measure. Fireman's carry. Pat drops out of it, reverse DDT. Thompson grabs after the ropes. Basement dropkick. Action roll, though. Prime time. Another power bomb. Such impact, such velocity. You'd think that Pat might go through the damn canvas. Another one. Thompson wants to make sure that Pat never walks again, it seems like. Back suplex. Guys, big move after big move after big move. Pierre is building up. 1, 2. Look at these punches. Bare-fisted. Honestly, it's illegal. Goes down low. Thompson now starting to fire off these shots one after the other, again and again. Pat having no luck getting out of the way of him. Thompson just wipes the sweat as once more he allows this moment to wash over him. Elbow to the face, though, gave Pat way too much time to recuperate. The champion slides back into the ring, but Thompson, the quicker, what is that? I think a 4th powerbomb, 5th, 6th, going for that Bison record. Out of instinct, floats into the lateral press. New champion! What does Thompson have to do, man? Hands on his hips? He's got blood all over his hand. Looking like the scene of a goddamn mugging gone wrong. Putting Tarantino movie up in here. Oh! The play of the day! Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Pat just kicked out of Pierre's A-list move. How the hell? Oof! Jawbreaker stuns the challenger. Thompson with a belly-to-belly. Really needs to work on his stamina, though. Now we have a stump puller submission set up. Pat escapes it quickly, though. Old school. Swinging neckbreaker there. Trip up. Grab by the dreads. Pat looks to send a boot to the gut. Thompson adamant about getting a submission now. Half Boston Crab with all the damage done to Pat's back. We saw this earlier this week on Fusion with Andrew Riggs just targeting Ziggler's back throughout the entire match, and that led to him being forced to submit in the end. Attempted shoulder thrust, but Thompson just threw himself into the turnbuckle. And here comes Pat. Again with the Chimeraplex. How does a man his age move like that? Bridge to pin, bridge to pin. 1, 2. Oh my God. Pat is putting up a fight, and he's going down. If this is truly the end, the highlight by Pierre Thompson, the third time's the charm, to become the new Alpha World Champion. 1, 2, no! Dear Lord Almighty. Thompson says, stay down, old man. Pat ain't about that life, though. And Lariat lays him out. And Pierre with one more shot. The play of the day. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? What the hell? Pierre Thompson trying to mask his surprise. Oh! Pat! The leg drop! The leg drop! 1, 2, 3! Woo! No. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Wait a minute! Pat! What's he doing? Pat is attacking Pierre Thompson after retaining his title and doing it clean. You have got to be kidding me. With an exclamation point, Pat says, you are not taking this championship from me. My God, man. Not even Pierre Thompson could get the job done. This beast of a man. Wow. I don't even have the right words to formulate a proper response to what we just saw. Pat LaFave not only again retained the Alpha World title, guys, but did it clean. He didn't even use that low blow, and then beating down Pierre Thompson after the fact on top of that. And now Pat LaFave has solidified his spot in the main event of Validation. We know it'll be Andrew Briggs representing Fusion. We still don't know who will be representing NGW, but Pat LaFave is locked in. That's it. Pat is still Alpha World Champion. Man, oh God. Now I'm kind of embarrassed. Top of that match, I said, this is it. And then it's just not. Yikes. What do we got here? I don't think I'm gonna do a live event match. Actually, my voice is a little bit shriveled up, and I've got plans. I only have a little bit to get ready, but we will sim these real quick. We got the Street Gods defeating a momentary realliance of Silva and Pat there. King beating Cross and Sutter beating Shea. So, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in and watching along with me. Another great episode of Genesis. Do not forget, next Sunday is Fast Track. March 4th is Validation. Mark it on your calendars. You know the drill. Exclamation point Twitter, exclamation point Discord. We'll give you links to our social media. Exclamation point join. We'll give you a link to our website, communityuniverse.4motion.com. If you want to join, we are on Xbox One. You are more than welcome. And I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely weekend. Bye.